One of my favorite things about being back in France, trash cans. Da, 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 da. One of my least favorite things, poop. Poop.
It's everywhere. There's a reason why there's trash cans.
Yeah,
Throw away the poop.
But the French don't like to pick up their doggy poop, so yeah, watch where you walk. Once upon a time, well, technically back in 2016, we had finished our second year of full-time travel and decided to call France our next home. When we arrived, we were blown away. There were vibrant food markets and ancient ruins galore. It was everything that we had envisioned. After a while, even the famous French bureaucracy didn't seem that bad. The year we spent there was incredible, and we were kids in a candy store, visiting places and soaking in the culture, plus eating a little bit of cheese. Eventually, we decided to get in Lemonade and start our 2.5-year journey touching every country in Europe and Morocco. And then it was finally time to hit Asia. Unfortunately, though, COVID hit and our dreams of immersing in Asia fell to a grinding halt. With few options left, we decided to relocate back to France, where we can assess what life in the new normal would look like. Today is our first day back in France, and we can't wait to get back into the beloved French way of life. Join us as we take you through our reintroduction to this incredible lifestyle and discuss at length why we retreated back to this country, as opposed to another location that we had not traveled to before.
Good morning from France. Oh my gosh.
Hashtag boat life.
Hashtag. We just traveled halfway across the world and
24 hours of traveling, right? Oh my God, you slept in your clothes last night?
I know, I was exhausted. And I left like the little ponytail going on too. It just, we hit that bed and it was over. There is the most comfortable sleep that you ever get is the night of when you travel like 12 hours in a day. I don't care if this is the worst mattress tomorrow, tonight, or last night. It was amazing.
I could have slept on the floor last night.
Oh my God.
And we're in a port and it's so quiet. We're on a river, so there's not much motion, which I love, but you can see the reflection of the water in the windows, and it's just been a great way to go to sleep and a fabulous way to wake up. So guys, we're on a new adventure.
I don't know what kind of adventure this is going to be. We're here in France because we're going to talk about that real soon. But
yeah, later on in the video, we'll explain why we're back in France.
But essentially, there is a lot to become reacquainted with. I feel like when we're saying reacquainted with, it's like we haven't been here for like 6 years. It's only been like 5 months.
Listen, you were so tired. I woke up like 2 hours ago. All I could think about was croissants. So first on our list today is going to the boulangerie. Then we're going to go to the weekly market, which we have so missed because fruits and veggies are incredibly expensive in Japan, and we have been not eating too many of those. And then third, we're going to discuss why we're here, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's roll.
And then maybe take a nap.
I think you need a coffee.
I think we need a coffee.
You need a coffee. You're like, and then.
Okay, so this is our first morning here, and look at this. Wow, it's beautiful. Largo's already up. Largo, did you even get any sleep? I know Largo was like the first one to pass out on the train ride to where we were staying here, but essentially, he's early. Always the early bird. He's like a little rat waking up and scurrying around. How'd you sleep?
I slept good. Although I did wake up at 5 a.m. and couldn't get back to sleep.
But look at this, Largo. You woke up to we're in like sea heaven here. We're actually on a river. We're not. We're on the Seine River, which is crazy enough. We're in Rouen, which is north. But if we take this all the way down, we can go to Paris. Who's interested in a boat ride? And it's equally cold too. Oh my gosh. Wow. We just left Tokyo, in which the average temperature was like 95 degrees with the wind index, with the heat index. And here it's like 50 degrees. Same day. Oh my gosh. Well, it's you don't get the same thing all around the world, which makes this world a little bit interesting. But look at this right here. Oh my gosh. This is where we're gonna be. We're gonna do a whole like boat tour as well, like relatively soon, because trust me, when we show up with all of our luggage, there's no way that we can actually show a place like this and its brilliance, because it's all luggage. But you know, this is what we're gonna have to well, not have to, mercy, what we are privileged to wake up to like every morning. I'm just gonna do a turn like this all the way around, and I'm gonna do it like about 20 times, just because until we actually get the boat tour. This is what you're gonna have to sort of look at this and say, this is what they're living at, this is what they're doing, and pretty much please stop, because I'm getting kind of dizzy, and so am I. But anyway, so we have to go out and take care of provisioning. We're on a boat, we provision. We have a lot of stuff to pick up.
Oh my God, there's so many. Look, this is gonna be a great in like 2 weeks. We can make like a blackberry pie.
Our first experience in France, and one of the things that we've been craving the most when we were out of France and we were in Japan, is that there's a lack of fruit. 5 minutes into our walk, alongside of a road, there's a blackberry patch.
Look, and on the other side of the fence, there's even more.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, and there's some that are ripe, but there's a bunch of green ones. I think in the next week or two, we're gonna have a ton. Look at all those.
That was really...
No one comes here because no one's walking. Oh my God.
Here's the disgusting part, okay?
Look at
this. Looks really pretty, but there's like garbage on the street over there. So I'm not too sure, Jess, you should be eating all these blackberries.
Oh my God, there's so many. There's so many, I'm so happy. So when I was a kid, at one point in my life, my dad blindfolded my sister and I, said, I'm taking you to a secret place. And it was behind a barn, but when I got there, I didn't recognize it, where I was, because it was a huge bush and the blackberries are like this size, and we just stood there and eat. Then he blindfolded us and took us home. Years later, he told us where we were, and it was literally like down the street on our driveway. This is public. This is open to the public, right? It's on the side of a street.
Are you kidding me?
It's in stealing, right?
Like every morning. Largo, is Mom crazy?
I don't think you should pick all of them now.
Look at my haul.
Wow.
Someone's probably going to comment I should be washing them, but...
And we've traversed a lot of distance to go ahead and get to this location that we want to.
We had to walk for an hour to get here.
We had to fly all the way from France. Sorry, from Japan to get here.
Keep your mask on.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
It smells so good. Bonjour. Okay, what do you go ahead and order what you want?
Un pain au chocolat, s'il vous plaît. Un pain au chocolat.
Celui-là.
Un seul seulement?
Un seul. One? Just one, yeah. How many croissants do you want, Will?
5.
How many?
5. Okay, we'll do
Where are the
four
croissants?
croissants. 4 croissants?
4 croissants.
And look, they got disco lights. They're turning on and off for you.
I love it.
Ow, my ear.
That's
And-
not sugar.
I'm distracted right now.
4 croissants, s'il vous plaît. 4 croissants. Alright,
Yum. Oh my gosh, they're warm. Oh my god, they're
ils
warm.
sont chaudes.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so happy.
Ça fait comme ça, moi, qu'on a mangé des choses comme ça parce qu'on était au Japon et on a juste hier rentré. Et donc...
Merci.
Merci.
Oh my gosh, the croissants are hot. Life could not get any better. It was so worth walking an hour for these. Through the desert, through
And the dog poop.
And the dog poop. Lago, do you want yours now? Oh, here's the cool thing. See, there's pluses and minuses about everywhere you live in the world. Like, I really miss how clean Japan is right now, but I love that I can eat on the street in France and not have people looking at me, because that's not okay in Japan. Baguette, anyone?
And that woman just walked out the door going, what on earth is happening inside my house?
On a Sunday morning.
On a Sunday morning. This is not on TV. This is on YouTube. It's better than TV.
It's better than TV.
It's so much better than TV.
Real actors here.
That's right. Real life stories. Just slightly edited. Oh my gosh, look at this.
Market time. I don't see any food yet, just clothing, but
Avalon's not impressed.
oh, wow, this is nice. already. Oh, I'm gonna get some lettuce.
The lettuce. Rather iceberg lettuce.
Do you think I'd like to get a third, but I don't know if I'll have enough room for a third.
I don't think we need 3 heads of lettuce.
So we've just landed ourselves into the Saint Denis market. I kind of really wonder when I edit these things, like, what if I'm actually saying what I'm saying? That's why I take off the mask every now and then, so you actually can align the words to the lips. I think that's like a big thing nowadays. Anyway, I'm gonna be like this when I get around people. This is a Sunday market here in the heart of Rouen, and what a great place. We landed yesterday from Japan, like we just talked about, and to have this today is like heaven sent.
Oh, these look so good. 85 of these. Honestly, because we travel full time, we don't always do proper research before we go someplace. So we do safety research and things that obviously could harm us, but we don't always do food research. And what we found out is Japan is limited on fruits and some veggies, but we acclimated with that. But the fruit is limited and super expensive. So a cantaloupe.
For me to carry?
No, you're doing a great job. A cantaloupe about this side would be the equivalent of about $12 US. So we're going crazy today of fruits and veggies because our systems are just craving them. Will you guys eat peaches? Yes. I don't eat them. You won't eat them? So
I will get 5 or 6. I'll eat them like crazy.
Can you imagine if we had a quarantine, we'd miss out on all this stuff?
I don't know how we get enough food for 2 weeks. So we have to send someone out to get it for us. The problem is we're not going to have enough. We're going to be 1 bag short. We might have to buy a bag. Bonjour. Wow, blueberries. Oh my God, there's so much to pick from. Kiwi? Bananas, Largo?
Kiwi, I don't want any kiwi.
Bananas? You don't want kiwi?
I don't want any kiwi.
Avalon's done with kiwi. That's all she ate. That was the least expensive thing to buy in Japan. So I said kiwi. She's like, I don't want any kiwi.
Watermelon.
Want to get watermelon? Oh, oui, oui.
Voilà. Ça sera à 13,50 €.
13 euros, so.
All these markets are pretty much the same thing with a different owner.
They are. The other one didn't have figs, so.
Oh my gosh. Look where you landed.
I'm in the cheese line. It's the happiest day of my life. Grab one of the mozzarellas here too, Avalon. All right, I'm feeling a little bit of anxiety here, like anxiety because I'm so excited. Because in Japan, we had to order our cheese and have it shipped to us from another part of the country. And here in France, it is at your disposal. I am at the cheese counter. I have no idea what I'm gonna get or how much I'm gonna get. I'm just like, just want one of everything right now.
This is like the happy moment of being in any French market.
Honestly.
And it really just, there's only one cheese guy in the entire market.
I know.
There's like a line going throughout. Look at the line just going out.
I'm eating cheese for the next 4 meals. 30 euros of cheese, but there's some butter there. Oh, we need an egg, so we'll get that after. Bag?
I mean, it's gonna probably slide.
I got it. Give it to me.
And what I missed so much about France is this whole concept of like buying your food, and then after you buy your whole basket full of food, you just go to a restaurant right here instead of going back home.
And have a green drink.
But it is honestly like the most invigorating thing to be in the middle of summer in France because they're just hanging out and just loving life.
Especially on a Sunday. Like Sunday is how the US used to be when I was growing up, where people actually took Sundays off and relaxed and enjoyed themselves, and a lot of shops are closed.
Right.
Which you don't see in the US anymore, but you still see here, which is really cool.
So with that, we're taking off. We are in an Uber because there's no way we can carry this. Our boat and our sort of marketplace, they're generally about like 40 minutes away. So yeah, it's a lot to pick up.
You know what I think too? I think we stocked up on some staples like vinegar and mustard and
and Perrier
and egg rum.
Yeah, the essentials.
Crepes and Nutella, all the good stuff. And we won't have to do this every week, but this week we need to Uber back because we have so much stuff to carry. Can you get that?
Merci, au revoir. Merci beaucoup, au revoir.
You got everything?
Yeah.
it out of it.
Cornichon and cheese and hummus.
Is it off?
Life could not get any better, Will.
Yes, it's off.
So we've taken the rest of the afternoon off to do a couple things. Number one, we took a massive nap because jet lag is a real thing. And
For the adults, is it real?
only for the adults. And then look at this right here. We have dinner like there's no tomorrow because once again, back in France means back to a lot of our old shenanigans, which means just like munching on things that we can't get anywhere else around the world.
It's cold.
And it's not that cold.
I miss Okinawa.
It's not that cold. It's like 70 degrees. It's actually kind of perfect.
Hummus and cheese and olives and tapenade and figs and cornichon.
And Jessica's?
And agrum. What else? What am I missing here? And, oh my gosh, baguette.
I know we're missing Asia.
Definitely.
And I know that sort of it was short-lived. We're gonna go back, but at this point,
I didn't do that.
we're making the best of the situation with amazing food. All right, guys. So we are.
Cheers! We
Back in
survived
France.
a day back in France,
Oh my gosh.
jet-lagged, and oh yeah.
This has been all right. So she has survived all of Japan with her glasses like this.
My glasses broke, guys. I need to get these fixed. We should have done that today. Okay, I'm just gonna take those off.
Listen,
I'm like,
the good
that
thing
was
about
weird,
being
huh?
in France is that there's an optical center everywhere you go in France.
Let's try that again.
Cheers.
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 We're in France.
All right.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's different.
that's not rosé.
No, it's IKEA beer. Our
You said this
Airbnb
was
guy
gonna be
left us
wine.
like-
Ah!
It's actually not that, but
Ooh, it's a little-
It comes with an Allen wrench.
All right.
But
Anyway.
so, all right. So the question is, why are we in France? I know we've been dancing around it, and we've been talking about how much we've enjoyed sort of the food market and how much we've missed.
Why
missed
are
the
we in
cheese.
France? Do we have an
Because the
answer for
cheese?
them?
No. All right.
Long story short, we don't know either.
Well,
no. There is a
let's go
backstory.
back in time and let's start thinking about sort of why we had to leave Japan, because we only
Will
had.
did something illegal.
No,
He was shooting where he wasn't supposed to
I
be.
was shooting at the military base and I said, "Get out of here!" But essentially, all right. So our initial
All right,
3-month
I can't
visa.
take this.
I know. This is what I hate about this hair. It's awful.
Was
Thank
anyone
you.
else feeling that too? It was like right down the middle of your nose, and I was like, I'm gonna leave it.
I'm just.
But then I couldn't stop looking
This
at it.
is
I was
why
like,
I have you. This is what happens.
I
here.
normally don't touch his hair,
right.
but that was kind of weird. Okay, where were
All right.
we?
So we had our initial 3-month visa when we landed in February, which got us through May-ish, right? February,
remember.
April,
March,
May.
April,
Yeah,
May.
sure, April, May. And then we extended for 3 months, and then that was ending now. So we had to leave
Yes.
Japan. And the question became at that point, what do we do now? Because there were our options of places that we could go and that we wanted to go to were very
limited. And when I think you guys have seen in other videos, when we decided that we were going to go to Asia, 12 countries in 12 months, and we each picked countries that we wanted to go to. So when we looked at that list of where can we go now, nothing was open.
There's only one country that was open.
Cambodia. And it came with a heavy price tag to get in. You had to do all this, like give them $4,000 up front and $3,000, and it was just per person. It was just an expense that we couldn't risk or take.
No,
So then we
which left
said,
us with a couple options.
Yep.
Number one is go back to the U.S.
yeah, that's where we're from.
And or number two, which was one that just popped open, is that France just opened up again for French nationals. Now we're not French national.
However, we do have French visas, and ironically, they need to be renewed. So we did need to come back at some point, the end of August, to renew our visas. So we said, what the heck, we'll just go back and we'll renew these visas right now.
Right. I knew that it was required because we wanted to keep our French visa alive, and the only way to do it was to present yourself and sort of go do
Right,
the
but
whole
remember
process.
we talked about coming back maybe to do the visa, or like stopping in Ukraine or Croatia along the way, because those places were open as well.
Right.
Unfortunately, we've already visited them, not the entirety of the countries, but we've already visited them in the RV.
It's getting
and
pretty windy, so sorry for the wind noise.
Let's just have another drink. Maybe that'll go away. Oh, that beer's bad. So we didn't want to repeat those countries again.
No.
So we ended up here in France with cheese.
Yep, which leads us to the question of what are we going to do now? I mean, at this point, we're on a waiting game. It is August 1st, and we just got here, and we're in Normandy.
Is today August 2nd?
August August 2nd, sorry.
August 2nd.
August 2nd. And we're in Normandy, so it's just tragically cold here year-round. So it is what it is. It's nice. We're on the boat.
I hear there's some heat waves coming, though. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true.
But
I think
that's
it was
okay.
a farmer's almanac or
Listen,
something.
after Okinawa, I'm okay with being a little bit on the chilly side.
Hence why I'm so bundled up here, and my hands are
I'm
freezing.
super excited to get like some running weather again. So anyway, it's a waiting game to see what happens between now and when the visa's approved, because there are a few countries that you can travel to.
Tanzania is one of them.
Tanzania is one. There's others in Europe, like we said, but we're not keen on sort of exploring Europe more.
Mexico's an option.
Mexico's
too.
open. The United States, we can always go back to the U.S. But we're sort of on the fence as to what is going to happen in COVID phase 2, round 2, wave 2, whatever you want to call it.
Because the scientists are speculating it's going to get bad again, and we really have to think about that. If we go to Tanzania, it'd be great to go there, but do we want to end up being there maybe for 6 months? And that's something we kind of are weighing right now. And luckily, we have the time to sit and wait it out until our visas come in, and then we'll need to make a decision. But on the other hand, we also have a project here, which
we're contemplating.
We're contemplating a project.
We're contemplating a project. There's always been like a wish list for things that we could or should or would like to do in France, and if things materialize the way they are, we have to sort of stay quarantined in France for a while.
We've got a great alternative for just opposed to being like in an apartment in a city with 4 walls.
Right.
We have some things brewing,
and we have a couple of appointments that we can maybe look into in the coming weeks. Right now,
so mysterious.
Well, the problem is I don't know whether because right now, if we were looking at if Thailand opened up tomorrow.
Yeah,
we're going back to Thailand.
We're going to go back to Thailand.
Well, not back to Thailand. We're going to Thailand. We're supposed to be there, and that's not really where we wound up. So it's a waiting game. So
it sounds we sound kind of cryptic and whatever.
We're
and
at a precipice. We're on a cliff. We are gazing into.
And this isn't to kind of keep you guys on the hook or keep you hanging on. Like, what are they doing? We really don't know at this point what's going to happen.
I wish we did know.
It's kind of creepy and uncertain, and it just feels weird. But it also feels kind of exciting. Like there's new things that could arise from all this, and everything has completely been upset because this is not any part of the plan was not to come back and be in France for any extended period of time. So
there's only one thing that we do know is that all of our trips that we planned for the fall of 2020 have been canceled. So that leaves us with an
open itinerary.
An open itinerary, and we have to get scrappy.
It's like we have all the time and no place to go.
Right. So all that being said, I think at this point we're going to end it because there's nothing else to say.
I feel jet lagged.
I wish we had more news for you guys, but we just don't.
I feel like this is really boring for them because we're just kind of like, we don't have anything to say.
That's all right. Listen, we will know soon, and once we do know, we will let you know.
You guys will be the first to know, right after my mom and dad.
Yes.
And my sister.
Sure.
And some friends.
And everyone else that sort of maybe Instagram might know first.
And our patrons.
Anyway, make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure that you hit notifications and all that fun stuff because we do want you guys along for this ride.
Bye.
See you.
Did it get on me? Oh my god, you jerk. You absolute jerk.
Did Avalon spray you with lipstick?
No, there's nothing on there.
Listen.
There's nothing on there. There's nothing on there. Oh my god, it's still there.
These are not the most stable chairs.
Oh my god, that's really good. I think
It's super unstable.
Wow.
Okay.
Put on your freshman.
What the heck?
I put on my France 15,000 calories of extra cheese, but that's okay. It's quite nice.